butterfish all inside. You wrap it in a couple of leaves, boom, and you steam this underground in an emu, and then you eat the leaf and everything inside. That's called a lau lau, and it's absolutely delicious. If you guys get the chance to try it while you're here on the island, there's like a 90% chance that the leaf you're eating in your lau lau is from Waipio. It's spelled L-A-U, and you can get it at any place that serves Hawaiian cuisine. So I recommend you try that while you're here. That's one of the best things that you can try from the plant. The root of the plant is also edible and is like a giant potato. After 10 to 12 months of growth in the ground, the root will reach about the size of 15 to 25 pounds on the biggest varieties. So it's like 10, 15 potatoes in a single root for the big ones. This root though and the leaf aren't edible raw. They come from the elephant ear plant, which is right here. They were crossbred in Southeastern Asia for so long. Elephant ear is the heart-shaped leaf that's pointing up. You'll notice the leaf isn't velvety, it's smooth and shiny. That's the difference between taro and elephant ear, plus a bunch of size and other growth things. But it's not edible because it has a sap called oxalitic sap. And if you try to eat it raw, it feels like there's glass running down your throat. So it's super itchy. This means that we don't have to put pesticides on it. We don't have to spray it with chemicals because mammals won't eat it, birds won't eat it. It's got its own natural built-in pesticide. And as soon as you cook it, it's totally edible, totally safe. You won't get sick from it. So better than pesticides, maybe, you know. The plant though in Polynesia has a long history. It's very important for what you can cook from the root. The root can be cooked, and instead of making mashed potatoes, you grind it into a paste and you mix it with water, and it lasts over 3 months in an open air container without refrigeration. So when the Proto-Polynesians discovered this 15,000 years ago along the coastline of Southeastern Asia, they were able to take this preservative food out on boats and travel further than any human had ever explored before on the ocean. And one of the other secrets of this plant was that this root contained natural sources of vitamin C, which Europeans suffered figuring out scurvy all the way up until 1400 AD. That was what held them back. They had the best ships on the planet. They couldn't sail across the Atlantic Channel because their teeth would fall out, their hair would fall out, their skin would turn yellow, and they'd get sick. And that was because they didn't have vitamin C. But 14,000 years earlier, the first Polynesians left the coast of Asia and started discovering the Pacific Islands because of this plant. If it wasn't for taro, they never would have got to Hawaii. They never would have got to New Zealand. There would be no Polynesians. This is the secret. This is just as Polynesian as the Polynesian people. This plant is like the brother or the sister of the Polynesians. In every Polynesian culture, in the legends, this is the most closely tied plant to people. In Hawaii, it's believed to be like the older brother of the first human. In the Garden of Eden, when everything was created, this plant was born before people, right before the next older sibling. And so the gods taught people in Hawaii to take care of this plant like an older brother or like an older sibling, like you would with your family members. You treat them with love, you treat them with respect, you grow with them, you take care of them. And in return, this plant has taken care of Hawaiian people all the way up into present day. So it's a very, very important part of the culture. And it's all thanks to that root. If you want to try that paste, it's called poi. It is probiotic. It's like a vegetable yogurt. It's sour, it's slimy. It has the consistency of glue. But maybe now that you know the story behind it, you'll eat it and it will taste good because it's super healthy. It's hypoallergenic. It's alkalizing. If you have heartburn, you eat it. It's like eating Tums. It is used when babies are colicking, when they're newborn. If they have a colic, you can give them watered down poi. And since it's hypoallergenic, they can break it down and it stops the colicking. It's got all these incredible benefits and it's totally edible, super safe. So if you see the gray or like the purple or blue stuff that's all slimy looking at a luau and you eat that and it tastes sour, that's poi and it's super, super good for you. That's what yep, it has protein because of the probiotics, and it also has vitamin B12, which you can normally only get from meat. So if you wanted to be totally vegan, it would be a source of natural vitamin B12 from the probiotics it produces. Plus it's good for your gut bacteria. It's good for all sorts of studies. Or all sorts of reasons. They're coming out with studies that say that like, probiotics actually take the plastic out of your body and break it down. I just read, kind of off subject, but if that's true, then you know probiotics in general, drinking kefir, eating yogurt, super good for getting plastic out of your body. And you guys have probably all heard that